Hello. Happy Wednesday. I'm Katie. We're going to start some yoga in a few minutes. If you're hanging out, hi. Get settled in and we'll start right at noon. Hi, good afternoon officially. I'm Katie and welcome to Yoga Lunch Break with 171 Cedar Arts. Today is going to be a 45-minute flow for all levels, and really it's all about just taking a little midweek, midday break to move our bodies and give ourselves a little lunch break treat. So if you're joining for the first time, there will be not an intermission, an exit opportunity at 12:30. I recognize that not everybody has 45 minutes to give right now, but for everybody else, we will in class at 12:45. So let's get started. We'll begin on our backs today. So just come to the center of your mat. If you do have a blanket or a pillow handy, I just like them to add support, but they are not necessary. And I'm good with this one right now. So come to the middle of the mat, lay down on your back. Few options here. If you're feeling very amped up, I recommend possibly even, water, extending the legs long, or at least making sure your feet are planted on the ground. Back is long. Arms are by your sides. Again, for those of you that are feeling super energetic, palms can be on the ground. This helps with the soles of the feet and the hands. Just start to ground some of that energy downwards. If you like, you may also put the soles of the feet together and open up the hips. So again, legs long, knees bent, or feet together, knees open. You choose what's best for you this morning, early practice. Close the eyes and just begin to feel the parts of your body that are on the earth. It could be the soles of the feet, parts of the legs, hips, the sacrum, spine and back, shoulder blades, and the back of the head. Notice how this feels just to rest here for a few moments. attention to your breath. If you'd like, place one hand over the chest, another hand over the belly, and simply notice as they rise and fall with each inhale and exhale. Give yourself 3 more deep breaths in this still posture. When you get to the end of that third exhale, slowly open the eyes. If your hands were on your chest and belly, simply place them on the ground. And for anyone that's recently joined, I'm Katie. This is Yoga Lunch Break. We are going to flow until 12:45 with a 12:30 exit, and we are just getting into a warm-up. So join us on your backs, knees bent, feet flat on the ground. And as we inhale, arms will come up overhead and the spine will arch away from the floor. Exhale brings the spine down and the arms down. Starting with some gentle movement, just the arms and spine, moving with the breath on the ground. So nothing in the base moves, just the arms and the spine. You can feel the sacrum and the shoulder blades firm on the ground, soles of the feet on the earth. Inhale brings arms up, spine. Next inhale remains the same. And on your exhale, curl the knees into the chest, into a little ball. Inhaling, feet go down, arms come up, spine arches away from the ground. Exhale, curling forward. Inhaling, extend. Exhale, coming forward. And 3 more rounds of this with your breath. One more. Inhale brings us back down. Arms come to the sides. We'll lift the feet up. Knees are at 90 degrees. Inhale, this is neutral. We'll exhale. Hands can come out to a T, actually, or cactus arms. Whatever's comfortable. So again, this is neutral. On the inhale, we'll exhale, twisting the knees over to the right. Hover. Inhaling through center. Exhale, opposite side. So the inhale brings you up, and the exhale twists you over to one side. Inhaling through center, and exhaling to that opposite side. Inhaling through center, exhaling to that opposite side. Inhaling through center, exhaling. Inhaling through center, exhaling. This time, set it all down. Find a gentle twist along the spine. Your gaze may remain up towards the ceiling. If it feels comfortable, turn over the opposite shoulder so the gaze is away from the knees. Pausing here, taking a few deep breaths, closing the eyes if that feels nice. Coming back up to neutral. Perhaps pausing here, and when you're ready, find this on the opposite side. So knees go over, fall down, finding a twist, possibly gazing over that opposite shoulder, and closing the eyes if that feels nice. Coming back up through center. Just hug the knees into the chest for a brief moment. Then feet will come together, knees will splay out to your level of comfort. Head is on the ground, reaching towards the feet. If you can grab the feet, grab a hold of each foot. If not, shins are fine. We're simply going to do circles with the feet. Opening up and lubricating the hip joints. Going slowly, feeling the movement. And then switch directions. When you feel even on both sides, coming back to center, knees come back to a 90-degree angle. I'll make sure my water's not in the way again. Again, 90-degree, flat back. This is neutral. Inhale here. Exhale, tap the right toes down. Inhaling up. Exhale, left toes down. Inhale up. Exhale, right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. You got it. Find 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pausing in neutral. Take a deep breath in and out. And inhale to prepare. And then 5 legs together. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up through neutral, hug the knees into the chest, roll out the lower back, gently rocking back and forth, coming up to hands and knees. Woo! Got smarty about a straw this time, but I almost kicked my water over, so we're just gonna prepare. Okay, coming up through hands and knees, hands are splayed out under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. We'll inhaling, arching the back, gaze lifts. Exhale, rounding the spine, chin tucks into chest, cat-cow. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, gaze lifts, spine arches. Exhaling, rounding it all inwards. This time we'll inhale, gaze lifts. Exhale, round the spine, sit back into child's pose. Inhale, coming up onto your knees, hands raised. Exhale, hands at heart center. We'll inhale the arms up. Exhale, coming forward to all fours. Inhale, arching the spine. Exhale, curling it back to child's pose. Inhale, coming up. Gaze lifts, arms lift. Exhale, hands meet at heart center. Let's do this again. Inhaling, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Plant the hands. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, back to cat, all the way to child's pose. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, hands at heart center, taking it all the way down on the exhale. Inhale, gaze lifts. Exhale, spine rounds, curling back to child's pose. Inhaling, arms coming up. Exhale, one last round, hands plant, inhaling. Exhale, spine round, sitting back into child's pose. Inhale brings us up. And exhale, pausing with the hands at heart. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, hands float through heart center, planting the hands down on all fours. Inhale, gaze lifts, spine arches. Exhale, tuck the toes, gently lift the hips, coming back, finding your downward dog. Staying here, maybe widening your stance if you feel you need it. This is my first downward dog of the day, so not going to assume it's yours, but it might be. Eventually, take a few more breaths and find stillness. Stretching the spine long. And then planting the knees down. Coming back to a few rounds of cat and cow. Pausing in a neutral spine. We'll inhale, gaze lifts, spine arches. Exhaling back to that downward dog. Inhale brings us forward to plank. Exhaling back to downward dog. Inhale, knees come down. Bringing it all the way up. And exhaling, hands at heart center. So pausing here for a moment. And inhaling, arms coming up. Exhaling, all fours. Inhale, gaze lifts, spine arches. Exhaling, back to downward dog. Inhaling, coming forward to plank. Exhaling, downward dog. We'll inhale, all fours. Exhale here, and then inhale, bring it all up. Exhale, hands meet at heart center. Pausing here for a round of breath. On the next inhale, hands come up. Exhale, folds us forward to all fours. Inhaling through our cow pose. Exhaling, toes tuck, back to downward dog. We'll inhale, coming through plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, knees come down. Exhale here. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, hands at heart center, staying here. Pausing, closing the eyes, checking in, noticing anything different about your body, your breathing. Inhale, eyes open, hands come up. Exhaling through center, planting the hands, tucking the toes, coming back through a downward dog, and coming forward to a plank pose. Now we want to be super sturdy here. We're going to do a little flow. You're either going to love me or hate me for it, but hands are pushing against the ground. Shoulders are shrugging away from the ears. See if you can lift up just a tiny bit in your upper back. Core is engaged. Legs are strong. We're going to lower down to our right forearm, our left forearm, coming back up on our right arm and our left arm. 4 more times. Right, left, right, left. That's 4. Right down, left down, right up, left up. That's 3. Right down, left down, right up, left up. That's 2. Right down, right up, left up. That is 1. Downward dog and child's pose. Resting for a moment. Or 2. Perhaps wiggling the torso. Wiggle's not the best word. Rolling the head back and forth. Stretching the torso. Any organic movement that feels nice right now. Take a few more back breaths. When you're ready, join me in downward dog. Getting a nice deep stretch here. Bending the knees, gazing forward, and walking to the front of the mat. Folding over our bent knees, getting a nice stretch through the spine, the hamstrings, the backs of the legs. Head is heavy. Shake it out. Hanging here. And when you're ready, coming up and finding Tadasana. So feet are hip distance apart. Picking up all 10 toes and setting them down. Feeling the 4 corners of each foot rooted into the earth. Engage the legs. From this rooted space, tuck the tailbone, shrug the shoulders up and let them melt down your back. Feel the chest lift just a tiny bit. Crown of head reaches towards the ceiling. This is mountain pose. From here, we'll inhale the arms up. Exhale, coming to heart center. And bring that right leg up to your chest, hugging it in. Slowly, with control, we'll let go of that knee, taking 3 full breaths to extend that bent leg back into a high lunge. Coming up, front knee is bent at a 90-degree angle. Knee is directly over the ankle. You can be up on the ball of the foot, back. It's really up to you how your feet feel. Arms coming up. And on your next exhale, opening to warrior 2. That front knee is over the front ankle. Heel is in line with the arch of the back foot. Arms are out over the, actually reaching over the toes. Gazing over the front fingertips. We'll inhale, back arm grazes the back leg, exalting your warrior, feeling this deep stretch on the right side of the body. And then on the next exhale, right hand extends out, right elbow meets right knee, left arm comes up overhead, and finding your side angle. Coming back up, exalt your warrior for a moment, finding warrior two, front leg goes straight, front fingertips reach out over that extended leg, going, going, going until you can't reach any further. Tipping over, finding your triangle pose. Gaze can be up towards the ceiling, directly in front of you, or down at the ground. Coming up out of this slowly. Toes point forward. We're in a wide-legged stance. Make sure your toes are at 10 and 2. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale with a micro bend in those knees. Fold forward, wide-legged forward fold. Coming up, hands at the hips. Micro bend in the knees to protect our backs here. Spine lengthens. Feet coming forward. Back to the front of our mats. We're going to find all this on the opposite side. And I realize I got a little backwards because I started forward. So whatever leg you lifted last time, we're going to lift the opposite one. So for me, it's the right knee. Lifting this up, gaining balance, letting go of that knee, taking 3 breaths to slowly, with control, step back into a high lunge. Front knee directly over front ankle. Back leg extends. Again, some people like to be up on the ball of the foot. Back. It's what works for you. It's what feels best. Pausing here. Feeling strong and rooted. And then opening up to warrior two on this opposite side. So again, knees directly over ankle. Heel of front bended foot is in line with the arch of the back foot. Warrior two. Strong. Gazing out of those front fingertips. Deep breath in to prepare, and an exhale takes you back. Exalt your warrior. Deep breath in to prepare. Exhaling, cartwheeling the hands over. Elbow finds knee. Arm reaches out overhead, getting a strong, super strong line of energy from your fingertips down to the edge of your foot. Inhaling back. Exalting your warrior. Coming back through warrior two for a moment. Knee lengthens, straightens, but don't hyperextend. If you're super bendy, you know what I'm saying. From here, front fingers reach, reach, reach until you can reach no more. Coming into triangle pose. Gaze is up at the ceiling, towards the front, or down at the ground. whatever works for your body. I'll tell you. Inhaling to prepare. Exhale, bend that knee. Coming back up through warrior two. Toes turn to the front of the room. Micro bend in the knees again. Hands on the hips. Inhale to lengthen the back, gaze at the ceiling. Keeping that micro bend in the knees. Folding forward. Finding another wide-legged forward fold. Hands come down. You can walk them back behind you. Grab a hold of the ankles. Grab a hold of opposite shins if you're up for that. Just something to release the neck and feel both grounded and relaxed in this pose. We'll stay here for 5 more breaths. And at the end of your 5th exhale, slowly walking those hands up to your hips, making sure to micro bend in the knees. You got a little bounce in your step. Coming up with a flat back, heel toe the feet together, finding that Tadasana. Feet are hip distance apart. Legs are engaged, tail is tucked, rolling the shoulders up, letting them melt down the back, closing the eyes. And just to check in, it is 12:30, so if you do need to leave, namaste, thanks for coming. If not, from this standing place, we will continue. So let's shift our weight into our right leg. Just kind of looking at the left toes as a kickstand for a moment, feeling grounded in that standing leg. We'll take the left ankle, cross it over the right knee. We're going to do a balancing hip stretch and folding pose. So any place along the way, please stop at your edge if you're feeling strain or imbalanced. That's just where you're going today. Woo-wee. Okay, so ankles over knee, standing leg is strong. This is 1. 2 is bend that standing knee. As you do that, you'll start to feel a stretch in the outer hip. This might be enough for you. If you want to go further, hands can come to heart center, coming down, folding over. Now you're balancing, your hip stretching, and you're folding forward. So again, wherever your body wants to go today, honor that and stay with it. And wherever you are, slowly coming out of this pose. We'll kick the ankle, rotate it a bit, shake that standing leg out, shake it all out, finding stillness. Tadasana, shoulders up. We'll do this all on the opposite side. So weight transfers into that left leg. Right ankle comes up over that knee. And again, This side might be completely different. You could have gone all the way forward and this is as far as you're gonna go. This is just your body giving you information. So just listen to your body. But if you're going further, bending that standing leg, start to slowly and carefully bend, hinging forward at the hips to your edge. We're balancing, we're folding, and we're stretching. Slowly coming out of this pose, this side. Uncross the ankle, roll it out a bit, shake out that standing leg, shake it out. Coming to a wide-legged stance, not quite as wide as before. We'll inhale the arms up, exhale coming all the way down to a squat. Again, anywhere along the way. Here, 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 here. Finding your edge, staying there for 5 deep breaths, closing the eyes if it's available. If you close the eyes, open them. Hands come down behind the bum and we sit. Give those knees a hug. Maybe rolling out the neck a little bit each way. Extend the legs out in front of you, flexing at the ankles, toes pointing to your face, lifting that flesh from the butt cheeks so you can feel your sacrum really rooted, sits bones into the earth. Legs are engaged. Inhaling, arms coming up. Exhaling, we'll fold over these straight legs. Now, if you're like me and have very tight hamstrings, bend the knees. A lot, a little. If you have a blanket or a pillow or a scarf nearby, just slide it under those bent legs. This is one of those poses that by feeling strain and working with it, you're not going to really move the body. By adjusting, supporting, you're going to allow the muscles to relax and continue to fold over those extended legs. Wherever you are, we'll take 5 deep breaths here. And as you inhale, imagine the crown of the head lengthening towards the toes. And as you exhale, imagine the nose melting towards the knees. Two more deep breaths. And slowly coming out, moving any props, shaking out the legs, taking that right knee in, placing the foot outside of the left extended leg. Inhaling, spine lengthens. Exhaling, left arm right wraps outside of that knee. And we gaze over the opposite shoulder. So just as we did in our forward fold, here As we inhale, we'll imagine the crown of the head lengthening to the top of the room. And as we exhale, imagine the spine just twisting a little bit further over that opposite shoulder. Inhaling, lengthen, and exhaling, twist. And 5 more deep breaths here. And when you complete the 5th round, unravel, coming through center, both knees come into the chest, give them a little squeeze, extend the legs long, finding all of that on the opposite side. So, left leg comes over right, just outside that knee, hugging the bent knee. Right arm comes around the bent leg. Left arm reaches behind you, and we twist. Same thing here. Inhale, imagine the spine lengthening, crown shooting to the ceiling. And exhale, twisting further over that shoulder, back arm. 5 breaths here. And when you reach your 5th exhale, unwind, hugging the knees into the chest, scooting over again to the middle of your mat, rolling down the spine onto your back, rolling the knees in one direction. It should feel really great on your lower back. If it doesn't, don't do it. Maybe find something else. You could do Happy Baby. That's really, really nice for the spine and the hips. Wherever you are, make sure you're even. So if you are doing the sacrum circles, please roll in the opposite direction. Feet plant on the ground. Windshield wipering the knees back and forth. So just like it sounds, knees fall to the right, come through center. Knees fall to the left. Head doesn't move. Hands can rest on the belly. Winding down. And finding a few more rounds at your pace here. Perhaps pausing on one side and then the other. And the knees coming back up. Hug the knees into the chest one more time, giving yourself a big hug and letting it all go. Finding your Shavasana. Legs are resting, hip distance apart. Arms out to the sides, palms facing upwards. Head is heavy. Eyebrows, eye sockets, cheeks, nose, mouth, and even teeth are relaxed. Jaw, throat, Collarbone, shoulders, biceps, elbows, forearms, and wrists are relaxed. Tops of hands, fingers, and palms. Side body, chest, stomach, hips, shoulders and spine, buttocks, thighs, knees, shins, calves, ankles are relaxed. Tops of feet, soles of feet, and all 10 toes are relaxed. Begin to bring a little awareness into the body, taking a deep breath in through the nose and exhaling it through the mouth. Wiggling the fingers and toes, rolling up the wrists and ankles. Slowly, in your own time, rolling over to the right side, perhaps pausing, making a pillow under the right temple, and gently pushing yourself up to a seat. Closing the eyes, feeling the body on the earth, the spine long out of this rooted position, shrugging the shoulders up to the ears, letting them melt down your back. Crown of the head reaches towards the ceiling. Inhaling, arms up overhead. Exhaling, hands to prayer position. And thank you so much for spending some time with me today, spending some time for yourself. Namaste. So thank you all for joining me today. I'm Katie, and that was Lunch Break Yoga with 171 Cedar Arts. And I will be back here this Saturday for another morning flow at 9:15. Also, if you're interested in the little cooking show, we'll be doing a cooking demo this Friday evening. We'll be making vegetarian meatballs and creamy rosemary polenta, and there's a recipe on the website. So if you want to, you can go get some goodies and follow along. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you later. Okay, have a good day.